Mind me for just a few minutes, people. Just making sure everything is all set up and ready to go. That's what I do, man. I scare the crap out of people. Is the music too loud? Can you actually hear music? Is this too loud? Is it too crazy? See how that works out. How about this? Is that better? I don't think that works. So yeah, it's too much. That should be better. It might take it a second to come across over there. We shall see here in a minute. I don't know how much I'm going to be talking anyway, but we'll get it going. Yep, right on. So my girlfriend took off and hit all the glue sticks before she left, so we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. idea how this is going to work. First cut. And of course the video is probably freaking out now. Awesome. Alright, cool. Let's see if I can figure out what's up with the audio. Alright, did that fix the audio? Or is it still crazy echoey? Yay, fixed. So these, you want to make it smile, not frown. Alright, that shouldn't be too bad. And I probably should have figured out on finding a place to dump the large glass shards. So let's see what I can find. Nice. Awesome. Alright, so now I've got a bucket to dump glass into. Yeah, the bleeding stuff, not so good. Although, you know, I could just, if I left it in the floor, it would be a surprise for my girlfriend. That's what you get for hiding in glue sticks. I put glass on the floor. We don't play.
I admit that this an imperfect blend. Hold up, it's my turn again. I'm playing 13 games of words with friends. Lift your hands, lift your head if your clothes clean and your kids fed. Mine potty trains, so if we piss to bed, and he can tell I eat like infrared. Yeah, we the best mostly. Sometimes the freshest rhymes. We the tightest kind of.
So what I am trying to do is get some nice clean lines and make some rupees from Legend of Zelda.
They say they looking for me, but I'm
Yeah, it's peace through superior firepower. You gotta really show him who's boss, you know.
With my hair disheveled and my sneakers scuffed. Use your GPS and get your selling features up. I went to Africa, they played me on the radio. And did I weird the people out? Yeah, maybe so. Cause all they knew was jive, and all I do is vibe. And bright green light made the program director lose his mind.
I don't think I'm gonna play with the grinder on stream very much today, at the very least. I still need to get some stuff set up to make sure I don't sling powdered glass everywhere when I use it.
We the best mostly, sometimes the freshest rhymers. We the tightest kind of, respect my qualifiers. Respect my qualifiers, respect my qualifiers, respect my qualifiers. We the best mostly, sometimes the freshest
But maybe I can get some of these pieces cut out here and
respect my qualifiers, respect my qualifiers, respect mine, respect mine. The words you hear me singing, I didn't sing a line before this one, and you were not the one I was addressing. That person took a train to Africa.
this is probably a
Simultaneous events don't happen.
horrible idea, but that's why I learn. See if I can figure out how to cut this glass a little more intelligently so I'm not wasting a whole bunch.
And then it was time for Toronto to drown in the sweet sorrow of the Clash at DreamHack.
That guy on base? Oh yeah. That's Todd.
I went to a local shop today,
You know?
a local glass shop,
Oh no.
and it was kind of interesting. It wasn't what I expected, and they were sold out of a ton of stuff, which, you know, I guess it's gonna happen. See, this piece should end up as two of these pieces, assuming that this cut doesn't blow it all up. God, I wish I knew where my handheld cutter was, because that would really probably help right now. Oh, did it work? I don't know. No, it's pretty close. And I cannot wait until I get a house so that I can actually set up a real studio. This little setup here is yes, yes. One day we will melt all of the shards and do all of the things. Let's see, we are on number 5. I like this little cutting system that I picked up. It's really handy.
You don't remember me mentioning any new paints? Get out of here with that, K9. This is coming along great. Well, I'm glad you think so. Got a lot of work to do on it still. This whole set's gonna be phenomenal. I just cannot wait to get that background painted. It's gonna be like looking at Pandora's box. This is gonna be like,
Alright. Sorry, I had to rest Meteor for a second. She apparently did not get blackout curtains today. I'm probably gonna have to hit up Amazon and order another hand cutter. Like, I really like the pistol grip cutter. It's good stuff. But man, I just have no idea what happened to mine. It was on my desk. Unless I put it somewhere weird. Yeah, nope, not up there. Alright, so that was piece 5, so now we're doing piece 6. And if I do this right, I can probably get 2 pieces out of this. this would be a hell of a lot easier if I had a glue stick. That should be the name of this stream. Things would be a lot easier if I had a glue stick.
We wanted to breed, meaning we wanted to grow, meaning we wanted to stay. Like the governor called, and he told him to wait. Unstrap him from the chair, put him back in his cage. The audience ain't phased, and they ain't gon' clap, and they ain't gon' praise. They want everything back that they paid, cause they've been waiting since 10 to see the lights get dim. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The crowd is here, and the lights are on, and they wanna show. Oh, 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 yeah. Chauffeur, come and take me away, cause I've been standing in this line for like 5 whole days. Me and security ain't getting along, and when I got to the front, they told me all of the tickets were gone. So just take me home where the moon is mellow, when the roses are thrown, and the limbs are yellow, when the light bulbs around my mirror don't flicker. Everybody gets a nice autograph picture, one for you and one for you.
Oh man, I think I screwed this one up. Nope. Yay, it came out awesome. Okay, so that was 6. So this should be 7. This is probably going to be really boring because I'm so focused on learning how to do this and not walk out of here with my hands sliced to bits. Poor Muds. So this is the part where I would really like to have a hand cutter. This is going to make things difficult. Trying to do a little layout to put this together. I should have been smart and drawn the cartoon thing And I am so incredibly thankful that I picked up this little grid system, because it is catching just so many tiny shards of glass that would otherwise just be all over my desk. And that is probably not a very fun experience for me later on. Didn't quite hit it hard enough. Yeah, definitely need to do some grinding. Oh, it's going to turn out so poorly. Oh, I think my stream locked up for her.
It's from last night.
Yeah, that should be on the grinder. This is, yes, I am. I don't know if I'm going to do that on stream or not, though. Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
Get out of here with that.
Oh, this may or may not end poorly. We shall see. that actually worked out pretty well. So it needs to be cleaned up for sure. But I have a very, yeah, that's going to be a little problem, but that's all right. I've got a very rupee-esque structure here, so hopefully that works out. Yeah, rupee-esque, woohoo! I don't know how well you can see it. But who knows? Yeah, probably. Let me see if I can find something to kind of show it off a little bit. Got some of my old canvases here. I can just use one of those. Let's see how that works out. Right there is going to be a little bit of a problem. I don't know how I can fix that, but and also this corner here. But that's all right. That's why we went and bought scrap glass to learn with. I should probably number these while I have them here. That way I know where they all go. And it is time to put these things together. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Some of those angles are jacked up right now because I have to use the grinder to really clean them up. Without the grinder, like I can't, the edge of the glass is so close to where the line is, I can't really cut it and actually have it work. I probably should have thought that through a little bit because now I've got to find something to put those in. Back in just a moment. Sorry if it's quiet, folks. Just doing a bunch of crazy stuff and learning as I go. I'm currently printing out a Triforce picture. We can try and see if we can make a damn Triforce, but I am looking for a glue stick because that would be the most handy thing ever. She has all this stuff over here for organizing art supplies and doesn't use any of it to organize. Oh man. Nope, not in the supply closet. I'm going to call her really quick and see if she can tell me where she's hidden it. So, back in just a moment. And looks like she is eating with her parents right now, so hopefully they will call me when they're done. I don't think I've ever shown you our little crazy art studio, but it's actually pretty pimp for what it is. I mean, it's the second bedroom of our apartment, but I've got some bunch of gaming memorabilia in here from when I used to work for some various companies. And we are still printing out the Triforce. God, so many art supplies. I've got some temporary spray adhesive, but that stuff is crazy. I could probably use some Elmer's glue, maybe. I don't know. That's probably going to sound really crazy for a second. I'm just putting all the supplies back up. All right. Pippity Pimp. Yeah, go for Pippity Pimp. And her Twitch stream freaked out on me. I'm just gonna get back in there. Alright, so Triforce is almost done printing out. We can start making our pattern with that. Let me see if I can go through some of the glass I've got here. This is probably going to end up pretty crazy. I think I used all my yellow last time. Yeah. Oh, that's no good. Who knows? Alright, so basic Triforce, but do I want it to be that big? I don't have a lot of yellow, but I don't think I could get... I mean, I could probably get like 3 really small triangles out of that. And I still have a little bit of the green that I used for failed attempt number 1. But I don't know, maybe it would work better smaller, who knows. When I was looking at the these are kind of yellow. They're not like full on yellow like the other ones I had, but they're fairly close. I wish I would have noticed this piece is all scratched up. Oh well. Fair enough. Should probably put that other piece over there too. Alright. Maybe I can find a just a straight line pattern online somewhere. Let's see what we can see. It's the internet. There's got to be some free stained glass patterns out there. I don't know if I'm up for cutting full-on circles just yet. Not without that glue stick, so I can actually glue the damn pattern to it. Let's see if I can find something with a whole lot of straight lines. Man, there's not as many stained glass patterns with straight lines as you would think. Which, I get. Alright, here's a couple. Let's see what we can do here. Downloads. Really? Alright, I've got a pattern printing out. Need to pick out a couple of sheets of glass. That'll be interesting. What color is this? my god, what is this glass getting stuck on? There we go, much better. What color is that? It's just a dark black. That has some really neat marbling in it, but let's see. So I really like this blue. This is kind of a neat little one. I've got one like this, but it's also got some black swirling in it, which I kind of like. I think those two are going to go together really nicely. Let's check the other case and see what other glass we have. Alright, pattern is done. I'm going to go ahead and print out a second one so that we can cut the second one up. And use it for our patterns. It's awesome how different this is on each side. I really like that piece there. And for whatever reason, it looks like the Chromecast freaked out. So let me just reset this really quick. And we'll see what happens. It's actually, I'm streaming over Ethernet over Powerline, which is kind of crazy. But seems to work okay. This way, at least I know the coloration where I want it in the piece. And then I've got this orange. I don't think I'm going to use a lot of this orange, so I'm probably just going to make this orange number 9 right here, so it'll fill up. It'll be really eye-catching, really poppy right there. I'm cool with that. And oh, hey, wow, we have more people. Hey guys. I'm streaming and I've got my chat running through a Chromecast onto my TV in my studio, and sometimes it likes to freak out, so apologies if I didn't catch anybody. Alright. So that'll really pop together with that. So this color will be right here on 9. This color will be right here on 3. I'm thinking maybe I do this as 2 and 10. No. Could do it as 2 and 8 to balance that out a little bit. Hey Sumo. Or Sunbo. Sunbo, sorry. Stuff's on the TV. Alright. And then, oh, that's the worst noise ever. For this blue, I want to have a couple of splashes of this in. So I'm thinking 10 and 1. And then I can kind of sandwich some of these into here. Alright, so this is going to be our main piece, so I'm going to set that off to the side for a minute. And I'm going to grab, I swear I told this thing to print a second piece. but apparently it did not. Alright, so I got that printing out. I don't know about this one. I don't really... It's pretty muted. It's a little white and gray. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Let's see if I can get a little better angle on that for you. Sunbow, yeah, so I used to stream a whole bunch of Hearthstone and Spellweaver when it was running around in early beta, or early alpha, I should say, sorry. So that's printing. And what's awesome is all of these are straight line cuts, which is super fantastic, which means I don't have to try and do them freehand, which, you know, nobody's gonna win when I do that. That doesn't work out well. Yeah, the Spellweaver guy. I feel so bad. I haven't played it since it actually hit release. Or is it even in release yet? I thought it was, but like I ended up dropping like $50 on him and like really supporting him because I think it was an awesome game. And then a whole bunch of other games came out and I just completely forgot about it until like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But, you know, what are you going to do? I'll go back and play it again at some point. I'm taking a little break from video games right now so that I can really focus on doing some art stuff. Yeah, you too, huh? It was a really good game. They had some amazing ideas. I loved the deck building. Like, it was super, super awesome. So much other stuff came out, and I just got so distracted that I couldn't really dedicate the time to it. I wonder how cut up my hands are going to be by the end of the day. That'll be a fun little experiment. Not a window, just a little, this little piece right here. It should show up in a second. It's just going to be a little 8x10 piece. I'm learning how to do stained glass. I will show you an early... So, I've never done stained glass before, ever. And a couple of months ago, I sat down. I also don't know how to solder. I feel like that's important to say. But I sat down and I was like, cool, I'm just going to freehand everything. Didn't use a pattern. because I'm smart, and decided I was going to make a Triforce. Which, let me see. Sorry, this might be a little loud. There we go. I was going to make a little Triforce, and you can see I completely jacked all of this up, and then that fell off. I didn't grind any of the pieces, which I think is part of what caused this. But also, you know, I don't know how to solder, so that was also part of it for sure. But I really liked it, and I really want to do some more stuff with it, so that's kind of where that is. So I figured I'd save up a little bit, get some decent glass, and maybe start watching some videos and doing some research and seeing what's going on, and start to do more. It wasn't I'm so pro, it was just pure inexperience and not understanding why it was important. I just tried to sit down and figure it out without really doing any research, and that Triforce is what happens when you do that. It does not always end well. Yeah, I have no idea where the damn glue stick is. That makes me so sad. I'll probably have to go to the art store tomorrow and buy some. Alright, so this is going to be the one that we stick everything to. So we're not going to cut this one up. But I do want to make sure that these line up just right. And I want to make sure that we match the numbers up. Alright. So we know we've got that good. Let me start cutting this bad boy up. We actually have a paper slicer that I think I'm going to use. I'm going to be off screen for just a second while I use our paper slicer here. I am definitely going to have to order some stuff from Amazon to complete this. I really need those stupid scissors. Alright, at least got that part out of the way. Here we go. Honestly, I should have just busted out my stencil set and X-Acto blade. But what are you gonna do? I'm trying to leave enough of this line in here that I can just not worry about trying to gap everything in with the solder. But, you know, it's a learning experience. I'm gonna make mistakes, and that's okay. I'm really tempted to just stop streaming for a second, go to the damn art store, and get a stupid glue stick, just so I don't have to deal with this crap. But I've got some Elmer's glue, and I'm sure if I just use a tiny bit of that I can scrape it off after I soak it in some water for a bit. So who knows? All right. Now, before I make another horrible mistake, let's get the little pattern we made for the Zelda rupee that I can't quite put together yet, and throw that in the box with the actual piece. All right. So we know we want this piece running through right here. So just make sure that all lines up. Let me see if I can finagle some of this. Alright, we'll just smear some of this glue around. This is probably a really bad idea for some reason that I am not quite aware of just yet. And we'll find out later in a very spectacular fashion. Yeah, it does. Just really need to make sure this is like really nice and lined up. Those edges especially. Hello, people. I am learning how to do stained glass work. Okay, so that's at least one piece. You know where it's going to go. So we still have bunch of other pieces. So I'm probably going to do this orange piece. It's a really intense color. Right here for number 9. Which will be butted up against that really nice swirly purple and blue turquoise-ish color. And let's see. I've also got that color, but I don't really feel like that ties into it so much. And then I've got these two. I think the orange, I'm going to do a 9, and I'm not going to do the orange anywhere else on it. I think it's too overpowering for the... Oh, hey! How you doing, lady? Thank you. I just need to catch up with my gear, and I'll be good. I'm not doing grinding. I need you to show me some more grinding whenever you run your stream. If you guys want to see somebody who's actually talented at stained glass, you took Mentats. My Mentats took Jet before I took the Mentats, so it helps. But yeah, you guys should check out Akona. She's awesome. She is really good. She does some really good gaming stuff, and she also does some really awesome stained glass stuff, and kind of helped inspire me to do this weekend. She is super helpful and gave me lots of tips. Thank you, sir. I tried. I learned from you. Just feed everything Jet before you take it. That's the rule. Alright, so I like this for 3, and I like that orange for 9. I've got this really awesome blue that we can probably sandwich in for 1 and 10. And then I'll probably do this just nice clear strip for 5. You sell all your Jet. Muds is crying. He's gonna cry. So yeah, let's do a clear piece for 5, orange for 9, this piece for 3, and I kind of like 1 and 10 for the blue. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and set that off to the side for a second. I'm going to set this off to the side for a second. And where is 9? There we go. You know, that's a great conversation, guys, but there's another settlement that needs your help. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it on your map. Trying to get a little of this glue on the edges. little in the middle. Alright, let's see if we can line this up nicely so that I only have to make some really obvious straight line cuts so that I'm using the natural corner of the glass as these pointed bits, and then this is just regular square stuff, which is pretty easy, especially with this crazy setup I've got rolling here. Alright, let me just move these out of the way. Icona, have you seen this? I do. So I've got the cartoon, like you told me. I've got cutouts of all the pieces, and I just printed out another one for later. So I don't know if you've seen this cutting system set up or not yet, Icona, but it's, man, I am super happy with this thing. So basically, I can take this piece of glass and line it up with everything. So I know I'm going to be making some weird angled cuts. So I'm just going to pop the little cutting deal off the side. And I'm going to take this and my piece of glass. And let's see, I'm probably going to want to cut this out first. So that will just be some smaller spots here. So let me move these things around. And I can literally just line this up. I need to move my little bit here. Sorry, this is a little weird. I'm breaking some of these pieces in. This is the first time I've really busted this thing out and played around with it. Oh, I see. There's an extra little deal on that. Interesting. Maybe if I flip it this way. Alright, so that sits in the 90 degrees. Turn it to here. That's so weird. But that's okay, because I can just do this. swap that piece out for another one. Yeah, that lines up really well. Awesome. So hopefully this is the way that you were talking about, Icona, or Warfrog. And so I can just snap this thing on. And this is, unless I press down on this part, it's not actually going to cut anything. So I can kind of slide it back and forth, play around with it, see how it's going. It's got a little, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a little yellow indicator right there that shows you where the cut line is going to be. So basically all I have to do is just get this at the start, press down, slide it through, and you can see it's got a nice little score mark. And let's see, everybody pray for me. Oh man, let's see how this turns out. Oh, so clean. Nice. Yeah, that was a really, really nice cut. Awesome. So now I can just flip this thing around and swap this back. This thing is just a little bit bigger than my desk, so I have to swap the little positioning on it every once in a while so I can get it where it needs to go. Hey, K-Pill. Thank you. I was really worried about how that was going to turn out, but you know, I'm cool with it. All right, here we go. Next line. All right. Just need some good mojo. Another nice clean break. I cut that one a little too far out, but that's all right. I'm still getting used to this. That's why we learn. I would much rather be too far out than too far in. Alright, last one for 9. And sweet. That one's so much closer. Yeah, Kona, this little cutting system is awesome. It was fairly expensive, but they do have a mini one that you can pick up. So it's not too bad. It's a lot less expensive. I need to get some kind of container for the glass cuts. I really should have thought that part Yeah, I know. Don't double cut my lines. I know. I realized. So, what you couldn't see was that I just one little tiny bit didn't get cut on the ends. So I didn't actually run it back with pressure on it. I ran it back to the ledge and put the pressure then. Basically, I can run this back and forth all day and it doesn't actually cut until I put pressure on it. So I do. I've got this bad boy right here, which is the Power Max 2 grinder. I don't really know how well you can see that. Oh, weird. Sorry. You shouldn't be getting. Nobody's using the microwaves. You shouldn't be getting. No, you did. You did. You taught me all the things. All right. So for number 3, I'm wondering if I should cut the angles first, or if I should just cut this entire straight line and then cut the angles. I'm not really sure which one would be better. I would think the angles, because then that would be less to cut here and kind of less pressure on some of the more delicate bits. Yeah, it's all the jet. Right on. Bye, Akona. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Um, Maybe I should figure out the other colors that I want to use first. So I know we're going to do a clear bit for 5. I've got this other little piece. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it, but it's got some just little kind of wavy bits in it, and I really like that. It's a lot more interesting to me than just regular, just clear glass. And I think there should be enough. Yeah, there's plenty to run through for 5. But none of this is actually straight, so I'd have to cut the whole thing out on 5. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I like this piece. And this is going to be a lot of straight line cuts, so it shouldn't be too crazy to do. And another one, man, just a little too far out, but that's okay. Still gonna have to get used to this thing. And that gives me something to learn on the grinder, so, you know. That one's just right on the edge, so. Nice. Nice clean cut. And let's see if we can swap this bad boy to where we need it. One more. Oh, I hate breaking these. That one came out really clean. I'm cool with that. I am totally cool with that. And let's see. Thanks, K-Pill. Okay, so we've got that one in. Well, we've already got this angle stuff set up. Man, maybe I should have... No, we'll see. Gloves might have been a wise decision, but who knows. I have only I've only done one other stained glass piece ever. And it did not turn out well. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned. I tried to get ahead of myself a little bit, and I didn't really pay attention to what people were doing. You know, and I hadn't really watched a lot of people doing stuff with stained glass at that point. And so I made some very poor decisions and ended up with a busted up Triforce. Which just did not turn out well. I'm also learning to solder, and so it also kind of fell apart. Again, mistakes were made, lessons were learned. What are you going to do? I'll flip that back to 90 degrees. I'll get this back where it needs to go. Yeah, that's pretty straight. Man, there is going to be so much work on the grinder on this. But that's alright, I need the practice. I've never actually used my grinder. Luckily, Icona showed me some stuff. She does Streamglass. I really suggest you guys follow her. She does some gaming stuff with Fallout 4 and some other games in stained glass. She is super, super helpful. But she showed me like her grinder setup, and I realized that I need to get like a little cardboard shield behind it, because as it's spinning around, it's flinging out, basically water and glass dust, and that's not really a thing that I need to have in here all over the place. So luckily, I got to learn that lesson from somebody else and not make that mistake. Alright, so we've got this piece for 3, which needs to be ground down, faux show. We've got this piece for 9. We've got this awesome clear wavy piece for 5, which I know you guys can't see very well, so I know. This one is not going to be accurate because it's actually much more bluish on the other side, but I don't want to use any more orange because I think that this splash of color is enough to really draw your attention to, and I'm probably going to smudge it in with blue in the 10 and 1 slots. How straight is this cut? Pretty straight on that one. Pretty straight on that one too. Maybe a little... No, not really feeling that. Let's see. I've got one that's got a little bit of clear and like a white and black staining in it. This cutting system, so I got it on Amazon when it was on sale, so I got a really good deal on it. It's the BeetleBits cutting system is the name. Here, I'll actually throw you a link in Amazon. They have a mini BeetleBits cutting system as well. That's probably a lot cheaper. Give me just 2 seconds here. Man, my girlfriend's computer is not happy right now. I'm normally set up for streaming games and not from our art studio. So I am using a not so great computer here. I'm really impressed that it's actually pulling the stream as well as it is. Like, that's really impressive. Oh, I just got a text message. Maybe that's instructions on where to find the glue stick. And apparently she doesn't use glue sticks anymore. So that would explain a lot of my inability to actually find said glue stick. Yeah, so I did a lot of research on these cutting systems and stuff. Yeah, the glue sticks were a lie. They were a lie. It's unacceptable. So this is going to be a crazy link. I apologize. I caught this on sale, so I didn't quite pay this much for it. But it looks like it's currently on there for 190 bucks. They have a mini system, which is only 107, and it looks like the difference between the mini and the full-size system is this is actually 4 waffle grids put together, and it's got some of these little bits here that help hold all your stuff in place. It looks like it only comes with 2 waffle grids and just a few of these things. It does have the ruler in it, the beetle cutter, the flying beetle cutter is what they call this thing, the bar, and some of the little orange plugs that they just snap into the little grid and hold everything in place. There was some other ones out there that I looked into. I did a lot of research on it, and a lot of the people were saying that this was the better system, so I just saved up for a bit and snagged it. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make a little trip to the art supply shop and pick up a glue stick then. Let's see here. Sorry, this is probably going to sound really weird. I'm looking through the little bit of glass that I have to try and find a nice color we can throw in. Let's see. And of course the damn lid came off that thing. There we go. Yeah, is it still choppy? I don't know, her computer's taking a long time to like load stuff, so it could be related to that. Let me know if it's still choppy. I'm gonna reload this stream on my side really quick. Give me just 2 seconds here. Meat gets back to work. So, what do you guys think about this? It's got the white swirl, a little bit of the clear, some little black swirl running through it. I know the swirls will kind of tie into this. It's a little wider on the other side, and then the clear ties into that. The white and black kind of contrast with this blue and the orange. You know, I'm going to go ahead and cut out blue really quick. Hopefully it's still not choppy, but let me know if it gets crazy. So I'm thinking 1 in 10 for the blue. Man, I don't want to waste all that glass if I can help it. There's got to be a better way to cut this thing out. See, here I could just kind of do a square and just cut that chunk, and would only lose a little bit here and there. I need to make sure I have enough room to cut between them though. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Alright, let's start with the corner piece. Man, it would be so horrible if I just end up accidentally gluing a ton of glass shards onto myself. It'd be like the worst thing ever. Alright, that one looks pretty good. Let's throw some more glue over here. Sorry for the constant throat clearing. I just found out I have really bad allergies and have just started taking allergy meds, but I am in Texas, which means everything here is out to kill people with allergies. It's like the Australia of allergies. Everything wants to kill you. Alright. Yeah, this was... I didn't think about that. That's going to be weird. So let me just flip that. There we go. Nice little cut. And let's see if it breaks nicely. Oh, so good. I don't know if you guys can see these very well, but they're like the tips are dipped in a rubber coating so that it doesn't metal on the glass is not a good thing. So, but they've got a little line right on the top, and you want to line that line up with where you just made your cut, and you kind of squeeze, and it, the way these things are angled, it puts pressure just enough so that it starts that crack to run straight down it. Really, really handy. And now we just need to make a little cut here. Give us a little bit of room to work. There we go. I've got to go to the art store to get some storage for these offcuts. Alright, now we get to do some angle work. that back to where it was. And we'll just move this thing. Yeah, that's the bottom edge. How straight is that? That's pretty straight. And let's line this bad boy up. I had Nightbot running some music at some point, but I think it died. Now it looks like the stream just got a little choppy. Sorry about that. Hopefully next time I'll have a better setup. Alright, gonna have to move that one and then push. There we go. Tighten that up. And start popping some of these smaller bits off. Looks like it's still maybe kind of choppy. I don't know. Let me know if it's choppy for you guys. And I really want to get this as close as possible. Well, we'll see how this breaks. I'm apparently really bad with not catching that far end all the way. But no, worked okay. I can definitely work with it. Yeah, I just think it's my girlfriend's computer, not really happy with streaming this long. Ooh, that was lucky. call that one good for 10. I mean, I could have got those cuts a little closer, but I would much rather be safe than sorry on this for sure. Just do some cutting on one. Which we should be able to get a heck of a lot closer. Especially now that I'm not having to worry about cutting through both of them. But that's all part of learning. You gotta make the mistakes. Yeah, that one was a little wonky. That's alright. Basically, I got a little undercut out of it, but it's not horrible. Alright, so let's throw this bad boy up and take a look at what we've got here. That should be 1. So I'm flipping them upside down so you can actually see the colors, kind of how they're going to work. Nine. Weird wavy glass 5. And again, this one it looks really purple, but on here I can probably just peel this off. Nope, I'm gonna need to soak it. That's alright. It's a really like smoky blue on that side. And so that leaves us with 4, 2, 6, 7, and 8 to figure out what colors we're gonna put where. I've got this, which I kind of like, but I don't really know how well it's going to tie in. I could probably do this one as 4 and 7. Anybody have any opinions? I've also got this one, which has some really nice kind of bluish gray marbling with the whites. This side is really streaky. This side it's really wavy. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm gonna reload the page for a hot second. Say again, Muds. I just happened to reload like right as that right as you said something. I've got some really like smoky gray that might go fairly well. Let's see if I can dig that out. Why won't it close? There we go. Gotcha. Well, so for the swirl stuff, this one is also going to have a lot of that weird wavy swirl pattern on the other side as well. But I also have this, which find my canvas really quickly so I can give you an accurate read on the color. I think that would kind of tie stuff together a little bit. Just provide some darker contrast to the really bright blue and orange we have here. And it would kind of tie into the darker stuff we're going to have on 3. And it's got some little ripply texture in it, which is kind of cool. Yeah? So, should we do this one 4 and 7? In that case, I would need to figure out what we're going to do for 2, 6, and 8. If we did this one for 4 and 7, this one would probably make more sense to tie into this on 6 and 8. What do you guys think? So basically, it'd be right there, and then 4 and 7. It would kind of help make the blue and the orange really pop, I think. Nice. What deliveries did the food train bring? Since I can't eat anything, I want to live vicariously through the people who can. Alright, well we're going to do this one as 4 and 7 for sure, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting that set up. Nice, nice. The stained glass shop that I went to today had they had a dog in there named Lily who was super adorable and was really friendly. It made me really miss having a dog. So we're gonna do 4 and 7. So I can just run it straight up through here, and that will be fine. Sorry if you guys are hearing breathing noises. These allergies, man, do not want. Just make sure this is lined up nice. I want to use as much of these natural edges as I can, so I don't have to make as many cuts or clean up. And we'll just slide 7 right here. Again, making sure we're using that edge. So it's probably been like a few hours, maybe 2 hours or something, since I've been streaming. And I would just like to point out, I still have all of my fingers and have not managed to glue glass shards to myself yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call today a win, no matter what happens at this point. I think I understand what that thing is for. Where's the other ones that I can use that to? Huh. I want to put this like right here. So that I can still line the glass up. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Sembo. Come on, clean break. Nice. All right. No, I guess it doesn't work that way. It would make sense, but what are you gonna do? This thing came with a DVD on how to do, or how it's like some basic stained glass stuff. And I've got a rather large media server. I never bothered to hook up my DVD/Blu-ray player. So I have yet to watch it, but I think maybe I'll check it out at some point later this evening or tomorrow. I gotta say, man, this little cutting system is super nice. I am so happy I have it. I really wish I would have had this when I did that first Zelda piece. I really feel like it would have turned out a lot better. But, just goes back to lessons learned. I did learn a lot from that, so, you know. It's the old Mythbusters saying, failure is always an option. That should be pretty solid. Make sure that... Yeah, that should be just fine. Right on. Okay. Guys, I don't want to freak anybody out, but we only have a few pieces left to cut out. So I'm going to lay these out again, just so everybody can kind of see where stuff is going. I'm going to flip them upside down so that you can actually see the colors, because they still have the paper on them, so that when I grind them, I know where to grind to. And this is the clear one with the wavy pattern. Good old number 7. Super crazy orange 9. And this one will be going right here, number 10. This one, I know I'm going to say it a bajillion times, it looks really dark. On the other side, it's a completely different setup. There's a lot of like blue and white and just a little bit of dark and purple in it. So pretty much we've got 6, 8, and 2. Piece number 3 is the only piece with the swirly colors in it. I wonder if that will help knock some of the glare off, or if I just made the glare incredibly worse. We'll see in a second. No, that pulled a little off, but you know, it's glass, so it's going to get crazy. I wonder if that's a little less glary. Maybe you can see the wave in it. This is the one. It's a lot. There's a lot more of this turquoise and blue on the other side. Um, so, yeah, it came through a lot better there. Nice. So we have 6, 8, and 2 left, and we only have one kind of really smoky piece. So I've got this as an option. I kind of like the black lines for the contrast to kind of make the rest of that pop. The white swirly will tie into this. The clear will tie into both the clear gray and the clear. But that's like a lot of that stuff concentrated right there. I do have this. I don't know how well that kind of ties into everything. I mean, the gray and the clear kind of tie into the gray and the clear here. And then I've got flip that down. These pieces, I don't know if you can see how different that is on each side, but it's way different. This one as well. This one, you can see it's got a lot more patterning here. And this one is just super bright. I feel like this one might be a little too bright for the piece. Like this sky blue and white. Like this would be really awesome for clouds, but I'm not doing cloudy stuff, so. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the pattern on that one is big, K-Pill. It's huge. So what do you guys think? Just kind of lay them both up here. You know, before I forget, I also have this. Let me get the mat out. It's kind of a beer, like amber. The purple one for the 6 and the light blue for 8. Well, we've also got a number 2 up here as well to think about. So I want to do one of these in 2 and 8, and then one of them can go into 6. That kind of shows you how the amber color would fit in with those. I also have a little bit of this left, which is a that green that I used on the Zelda piece. Yeah, the amber one doesn't really fit. I completely agree with you, man. Does not work. Because this orange is so like glaring and in your face right there, would it balance it out a little bit to have the green kind of up here? Just two like really contrasting pieces that kind of pop from the rest of the stuff that they're around. Someone bring me an art major. I need a color theoryologist at this point. So I know we're not going to use the orange. Yeah, that upper corner is pretty gray. Well, so I know you kind of can't see it, but the piece in 3 is actually on the other side. It's really kind of almost turquoise. It's you can't tell because I've got this piece of paper glued to it that I'm going to need to apparently wash off. I used a little too much glue. Lesson learned. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it really well, but there's a lot of that kind of turquoise kind of right in here. It's a lot lighter than it looks on the other side. You know, you can see how dark it looks here, and you can kind of see some of like the blue, but when I flip it over, like that blue just really pops out. So that'll be kind of like that. Green doesn't fit into, yeah, I completely agree, Sunbow. Some other smoky mixed color glass needs something red or blue or grayish. Well, this is the only blue that I have. I don't have any red. I do have like just some solid black, like you can't even see through it. It is just black that I could probably bust out. But I feel like I mean, you were kind of right what you were saying earlier, K-Pill, where this upper corner is really gray. It's way darker. And if I put like black in 6 and 8 or 2 and 8, I kind of feel like it would shift the balance too far that direction. Now, I do have this really white blue. This purple has a lot of blue swirls. I don't know how well you can see the marbling in it, but it's pretty intense. Like all these little blue swirls. It's almost like veins running through it. It's really awesome. And then there's this piece, which has some of the darker blue and some of the kind of smoky white. You flip it over. It's got some of that awesome patterning in it. Like, how would that look right there? If that were like 6 and 8, because that would bring this kind of white swirl in from 3 through 6 and 8, almost like kind of a T-square. That could fit into the 2. We'll switch the 2 and 8 colors, and the light blue to 2, and black to 8, because it's not a big square. That's possible. I just don't know. I need to sucker a meteorite in here, since she's all super fancy painter lady. I'm sure she knows all about this crazy stuff. Just finding a spot to kind of throw these into. Man, meteorite is so awesome. That lady is super talented. Of 2 to 4 glasses. Yeah. Yeah, but the deal is, like, I don't know if you've ever looked at how expensive this glass stuff is, but these sheets are fairly expensive. So I just went to a local glass shop today and got a bunch of scrap glass, which is what these were sheets from. And they were like $2 a pound, which was really nice. I do have some clear that doesn't have a pattern. This clear piece here has kind of a wavy texture in it. Yeah, I don't want to derail her chill either. So I don't want to hit her up and be like, hey, can you look at my stream for a second so I can ask you a question? So it's all good. But I do have this clear. I could kind of maybe throw that into 2 to balance out with this one. Even though this 5 slot has like a wavy texture on it. I can actually show you what the texture looks like. It comes through pretty well in the yellow of the jacked up Triforce that I did. Let me see how this comes across. No, don't worry about it, Sumbo. She's midstream right now, man. I don't want to interfere. So if you can see this pattern in the yellow, that kind of weird wavy stuff that it's got, that is the same pattern that is in this piece right here, this 5-piece. The 2-piece doesn't have any pattern in it at all. It's just clear glass. So that would at least provide a little commonality, but not exactly the same. Her name is Meteorite, M-E-T. How does she? Because she's, yeah, METE0RYT. I can't throw you a link right this second. But definitely jump over and give her a follow because she's super awesome. She does amazing pixel art. Like, that stuff is so sick. She is so good. And is just really chill. I've got her streaming on my tablet. Let's see. These are pretty much the exact same size, so I could shift this 7 square to 6. Which I don't really know if it does anything. Nightbot is on, so I don't think links are. I mean, you can try. It's not like it's gonna ban you or anything. It'll just say, "Hey, don't paste links." I don't remember how I set up Nightbot, so who the hell knows? Yeah. I kind of didn't want to put any more orange in it because it's so bright. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, guys, give her a follow. She is super awesome. Like, she just does some killer stuff right now. Make sure you follow her. The stuff she's got up on her stream right now is going to be so amazing when it's done. Oh my god. It's going to be so good. Didn't Tika also try to eat your face last night? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hi, Tika. Yeah, I could put more orange in it. I mean, I kind of didn't want to, but I really wanted that orange to just kind of be like a weird focal piece, but I could maybe throw another orange piece right there in the 2 slot. I mean, that piece is basically already cut out as well, which is really, really nice. The blue-gray with the paper on it? Like this? This one? And man, as long as she sends me more cookies, like whatever, I'm down. Oh, this one? This is the number 3 piece. So I don't have any more of this number 3 piece. This number 3 piece, this was one of the scrap bits that I picked up, and it was the only one they had in the bin. So there aren't any more of that. That is done. Oh, hey, thanks, Nightbot. Yeah, oh no is right. You can tell I haven't updated Nightbot in a really long time. um, I do have this piece. Which has some of the darker blues in it. Or even just flipping it that way. Right here, there's just a tiny hint of purple in it, and the rest is kind of translucent and whitish, which kind of ties in this little corner right here. And then this down here, there's like this lump of white and blue, some translucent and some really dark purple. We'll tell her to send me some glass that will work, and I'll use that. And cookies. Not glass in the cookies, though. Separate. I think this one's kind of okay. I think the swirly white kind of will match the swirly from that one, and the blue will tie in with the blue and tie in with the blue. No glass cookies. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this one. I really like this, but I need to check the kind of coloration here because it is pretty drastic on each side. So this side has a really dark blue streak running right along this seam, and then it gets lighter from here over, which kind of ties into this gray and clear piece. Or we could flip it, and it's got these really crazy streaks that run through with some really dark stuff up here. There's kind of a really cool, almost looks like a little tornado coming down piece right there that would be awesome. It would actually probably work really well there. Oh man, let's see. So I could do, because that's just a really interesting swirl and I don't want it to go to waste. I mean, it looks awesome. And it's actually kind of a really dark color, so it almost looks like the gray and the blue have fused together in a little ribbon right there, which is kind of cool. And then this side up here, yep, I think that's what we're going to do. You're probably getting a lot of static pops because my girlfriend's computer is bad. I'm going to refresh the stream really quick. Yeah, OBS was throwing up like a high encoding warning. But it looks like it kind of cleared up a little bit. Thanks, K-Pill. I appreciate it. Have a good one. I appreciate the follows, guys, a lot. Thank you. I'm sorry I don't have the stuff set up to pop it up and thank you right away, but it's definitely super appreciated. Yeah, it looks like if I minimize Chrome while OBS is running, it stops throwing up the high encoding warning. So that's kind of weird, but whatever, you know, I'll run with it. We'll do that one there. And this one has a really kind of neat wave in it, so we'll do that one for 6. All right. Oh, and I need to glue down 2 as well. So let's do that while we're here. Try and use as much of this natural line as possible, so I only have to make a single cut. Meteorite Hype, what is up? I haven't sliced my hands up yet, so you know we're calling today a win. Thanks, lady. Now, if I could just get my paint to come in. Alright, let's get this stuff off to the side so we can start some cutting. I kind of feel like this system is almost cheating, but man, it is so handy. So handy. Yeah, props, Sumbo. Hey, oh no. Oh no. Somebody let Tiga in. Every time I see your name, I keep thinking it's Slaylinka. And I just picture like this crazy Russian assassin barbarian lady, but, you know, it's not your name. Alright, let's start getting these things broken up. Just nice clean cuts. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Meteorite. I appreciate the host. That's awesome. So for the folks just watching or just coming in from Meteorite, I am learning how to do stained glass. And this will be the second piece that I've done. The first piece was a goddamn disaster. Hey, Akona. Sweet. It's getting awesome up in here. Just so you guys can kind of see, this was the Triforce piece that I did. Now, keep in mind, I have no experience soldering or stained glassing. I just sat down and tried to do it without really reading instructions, just kind of going off what I saw. So I almost did something awesome, but this is the Triforce that I did, and you can see the middle triangle is not the right size. I didn't use any kind of patterns like I should have, because yeah, exactly, instructions, we don't need no instructions here. Seriously, who wants instructions? Like, you just do it like a ninja. You just jump in, you rock it. So yeah, it's a little crazy, but you can see there's some pretty gnarly gaps in here. There actually used to be a whole bottom piece here, and that fell off, so that's gone now. it didn't end well. But Icona, which you guys should check her out as well. She is super super rad. She does some stained glass stuff and some video game stuff, and totally showed me the light and gave me some really awesome instructions on how not to be quite so horrible. And it was super super awesome. So thank you, lady. And then we just kind of take that one, we do another little cut right here. And there we go. I did have some music going in the background. I don't know if Nightbot decided we didn't need music anymore or what. But yeah, so I am realizing that I should probably buy some gloves. Luckily, I haven't sliced my hands up, but I'm sure I probably have some tiny glass shards in them. So at some point I will be picking up some gloves. This waffle grid system is awesome. It's catching everything. Gotcha. Okay. Oh yeah, and I had to minimize Nightbot because it was getting all crazy with the encoding stuff, so that makes sense. Let's see here. The problem is not all of this stuff is cut super well. It's a bunch of scrap glass from a local glass place. Yeah, that'll work. No blood, no art. Yeah. Faux show. I don't know if you can see. Let me pull this piece out. I really need to wash this off, but this is when I picked out my first like 5 or 6 pieces of glass. You can tell I cut myself and just kind of, I just saw this today, but bled on it for a little bit, apparently. Of course, it's right in the glare. I don't know, maybe this will help it focus a little bit. There's like some dried blood on it. So I have definitely bled for art at this point. Alright, so let's throw the pattern up. Yeah, I really need to cut that piece down. I can probably do this. Probably. I really need Icona to... No, they haven't taken bets on cuts yet. At least my power isn't gonna go out. And I am not barefoot, I have shoes on. I really need Icona to go home and do some more grinding on stained glass so I can actually see how that works. Thanks, Nightbot. I just need to remember to update it so that it I don't. I mean, those guys are awesome streamers. Don't get me wrong. If you're into card games, you should definitely check out some of their Spellweaver videos. But I don't even know if they still do Spellweaver videos. Huh? Frown. Upside down. There we go. That's pure Icona right there. Oh, this is going to end so poorly. I think it's just a little too big. I'm scared. I'm scared. Yeah, there just isn't enough pressure on the other side of this to get it to pop right. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Sunbo. Alright, so I've got it on the line. I've got the frown upside down. Yeah. Man. It just doesn't want to do it. It doesn't want to. I got a little chunk. I believe in you, Glass. I believe you can do this. Oh yeah, just give it a little tap, just a little tap, 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 taparoo. That's a cutter. The magic is happening, Muds. The magic is happening. Oh, I got a big chunk of it off. It's happening. Man, that part just does not want to come off. Blood for the blood god. Yeah, use the frown ones, yeah. Alright. Now, for the frown ones, I'm not bending down, I'm pulling across, right? I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to punch him. But, you know, blood for the blood god. I respect it. Oh, I got a good chunk. This other side though is gonna need some grinding faux show. Thank you, Akona. Remind me to donate next time you're streaming for the help. Alright, so we've got 6. We've got 8. This is the crazy funky pattern. Clear. This is that awesome kind of turquoisey white purple for 3. Got this clear gray for 7. I'm just going to flip these so we can actually see some of the coloration. These are kind of a lie because they're different once we flip them over. But we've got 4. This will be 1. These are all upside down so that you can actually see the colors. Oh, I never cut 2. I need to finish cutting 2 really quickly. Well, let me just do that. I have no idea if static tape would work. It might. I mean, hell, it's worth a shot, right? I just need to go to the damn art supply store and get some glue sticks. Like, yay! Yay! I'll take it. Not the glass cookies. So, it's a little blue heavy, I'll give it that, but some of the purple ties in here and ties in with the gray and the kind of smoky white. But, I mean, for scrap glass, like, dirt smell, have I ever hurt myself working on a piece? So, this is the second piece I've ever done. So not yet. I'm sure I will, but you know, be smart. Use safety equipment. I have glasses. I have shoes on. I'm gonna go get some gloves, probably tonight or tomorrow, so that if I do have an accident, I don't have a really bad accident and have to go to the hospital. So the answer is not yet, but you know, the night is still young. So basically what I need to do now is I need to grind these edges. Oh no, I didn't see. That sucks. Oh, well I guess I can grind that off, so that's not that bad. The little corner here was chipped and I didn't catch that, but I'm gonna grind it off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Safety first. Yeah, who needs shoes? Poor Akona. That was terrifying. The whole stream was like, oh god, is she gonna die? Like, we're glad you're okay though. That was crazy. So now I need to build a shield. Let's open up the grinder. Let's get some grinder hype going. Let's see what's going on in this bad boy. So let me just set that right there while I go grab something to open that with. All right. Remember, kids, always cut away from yourself with the knife, never towards, safety first. If you're unsure, ask a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout. Thanks, Akona. Have a good night. Hopefully you stream tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow, lady. Oh, God. Allergies are so horrible. All right. Let's see what we've got. Look at this. You guys tuned in for some stained glass. You get a free unboxing video as well. What more could you ask for? All right. This is some kind of stone. Some anti-seize lubricant. A Diamond Tech PowerMax 2 glass grinder. Operation manual. And this is going to be weird, so I'm going to mute my microphone for a second. Alright, whatever the hell these are. And this giant grinder. So I'm guessing this piece is going to go here somehow. Maybe? No, it just happens to be shaped exactly like that. You know what? How about we read a damn book? How about that? Huh. So this is apparently supposed to come with some other stuff, maybe. Let's see. Well, the good news is I can take the box that it came in and use it to build a shield so that when this thing flings glass dust, it won't fling it to the entire room. So yay, no glass dust. But yeah, basically at this point, no, I'm not grinding tonight. Not tonight. I do need to put these somewhere where I won't forget them. Alright, so basically what I have to do now, pierogi lasagna, oh man, I bet that's delicious. Sure would be nice if I could eat it. So I picked up some copper foiling so I can solder things together, but you know, Icona was saying that they have some slightly thicker stuff that might be a little better for folks like me who are learning. And I really tried hard to find some, but they did not have any at the store that I was at today. So it may be a thing where maybe in a couple of weeks I set up the grinder and, well, no, Amazon shipping should be pretty quick, so maybe next weekend I set up and stream and do a little grinding, a little soldering. I'm probably not going to get hurt cutting a glass. Where I'm going to get hurt is the soldering. I know last time I burned the crap out of my hand from just a little tiny drip that I didn't see my finger just kind of slid into for a second. And that was horrible. Yeah, brazing alloys, yeah. Well, you know, what are you going to do? So I'm not sure if I'm going to solder on stream. It may not end well. Which is, I'm sure, all the more reason to do it on stream, right? Alright, well, I think I've pretty much done all the stuff that I'm going to do for tonight. We've got our pattern. We've got it cut out. We've got everything numbered. I really need to build up a place on my second table off to the side over here where I can actually throw the grinder up and start using it. Build a nice little shield for it there. And I need to go get a container for all of the offcuts of glass so that these aren't just out loose. And I need glue sticks. Oh, do I need glue sticks. So yeah, I think that's going to kind of be it for me tonight, guys. I really appreciate everybody watching and everybody being awesome in chat. Super kick-ass. Make sure you guys follow Icona and Meteor. Both of those ladies are super, super awesome and way, like, ridiculously talented. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna leave the paper on so that when I'm grinding, I know where to grind to, and then I'm gonna soak the pieces in some water and soap, which should break up the glue and let me scrape it off pretty easy. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and being awesome. Y'all have a good night. Some of you I will probably see in somebody else's chat later. If not, catch you guys next time. Thank you.